Hey there, this is Matthew Jennings with Peachjar, and in this edition of Peachjar Extra Credit, I'm catching up with Keough here with College Aid Pro to talk about the things parents and guardians need to know when embarking on their journey looking for college aid. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Happy to be here.
This is awesome. Tell me a little bit about yourself and the viewers out there, a little bit about what College Aid Pro is, what your mission is, and what your role is there.
Yeah, so my background is actually in the financial industry and planning. And like a lot of parents out there, I have twins. And so when my kids hit hit high school, it's like, oh, we got to get our heads around this. We've been saving, but now we got to figure out like what this is all about. And I was just shocked at how complicated and complex it was compared to when I was a kid. And I also noticed that a lot of my friends and colleagues were not looking into this and were not doing the deep dive that I was doing. So I kind of had this aha moment that, you know what, I can focus on this late stage college planning for parents combined with my financial planning and really impact families.
That's wonderful. Well, as a parent, I'll definitely be coming your way as well when the time is right. So when you're talking to parents and guardians, are there like maybe 5 things that really stand out that you're always seem to kind of be on the top of mind that you're trying to share with them when they're going on this search for college and that whole thing? Are there like 5 things that stand out?
Yeah. I would say the first one is to start early. They're going to ask you for financial information, and actually your tax information starts with the middle of sophomore year in high school into junior year. And so most parents, when they have a sophomore year, they're not thinking about figuring out financial aid, but I can't encourage you more to start early because it's going to cut down the stress. So that's the first thing I would say. The second thing is about friends and family. All the time I hear, well, I'm not going to do this or I'm not going to do that because my sister told me this or my neighbor. And the bottom line is friends and family are lovely, but in this situation, it's so different. Unless you're going to sit down with your family member and really line up your tax returns and talk about your kids and really get in the weeds and know you're exactly the same, it's just not a good source of information.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. Now, the third thing, and this can be very counterintuitive, is that the costs of attendance. This is this tuition and fees, room and board that we all know has been going up for decades.
Yes.
It's almost irrelevant because colleges are all on sale. And if you understand how that works, that's the key here, which really glides right into my fourth point, that you really need to understand what I affectionately call the crazy world of financial aid as a family, but then even more importantly, you need to understand where you fit.
Right.
And it like I said with the friends and family, I have twins. Like I said, it was different for my daughter and my son because they're different kids with different resumes and different grades and test scores. So you really gotta do the deep dive or get somebody to guide you to do that. You'll just be really happy you did. And I would say the fifth point is really near and dear to my heart, being a planner, is set expectations for your kids. Once you understand your affordability, sit down with them and say, hey, this is how much we've saved. This is how much schools are going to cost and how we're going to put all this together. And it really, really does work. I mean, I did it with mine. And when it came down to senior year, where I was like, well, there's 2 schools my son really liked. And I was like, you know what, Brennan, this is $70,000 more. And remember our discussion, you like both schools? And he's like, great, I'll go here. And there was no stress and no issues because we had the conversation with our kids. We set the expectation. So I really encourage parents to do that.
That's really cool. So a couple of things that stood out for me. I don't know about for you out there, but colleges are on sale. Not a concept I would have even thought about. I thought the sticker price was the sticker price. You know?
Yeah, that's what you would think intuitively, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, that's interesting. And then you mentioned like start early. So what is that age or the grade, or when should I as a parent start really diving into this search process?
I would say ideally sophomore year. Sophomore year. And it's not really a search process because you might not be ready to start building your college list, but there's 3 kinds of fit. There's academic, personal, financial fit. So we're chatting about financial fit today, right? So getting your head around am I going to get any need-based aid? Certain schools, maybe I will. Certain schools, I won't. Will my child get other kinds of aid? Just starting to understand that is super important, because you really want to, quote unquote, like I said, you want to shop for college with affordability in mind. That doesn't have to rule the roost.
Okay.
The academic and personal fit are just as important, but ideally it's all three. It's all three to avoid stress and maybe having a lot of schools at the end of senior year that are wonderful academic and personal fits, but they're not affordable. That's our whole mission, is to help families understand that, so that it makes this journey they're on much less stressful.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. All right, so my kids are in 1st and 3rd grade, so you're telling me I still have a little time.
You have a little time. You want to start thinking about saving for college, though, Matthew.
Oh, man. Okay, well, that's the hard part, right? Okay, well, that's great. And I know that College Aid Pro has a phenomenal website. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should definitely check out their website. Absolutely chock full of amazing resources. I'm fascinated with it, and even though I have a long time before I have to worry about that journey, I was lost in the website for like 45 minutes the other day. So tell me a little bit about what a parent and guardian's experience might be when they visit your website. What are they looking at? What are they looking for? Talk to me a little bit about that resource.
We created it in a very intentional way. We know the journey that parents are on, and we know the different players, right?
Okay.
There's different people in the journey. There's the students and the parents, but there's also, independent advisors. There's different people that are guiding. So you identify yourself, and then we start nailing down, hey, what do you need to know? And as you said, it literally is chock full of resources. My favorite place is the free resources page, where we've got ebooks you can download, and they're not long, don't worry. It's not like a 3-day read. It's a quick read.
Good.
But just starting to get your feet wet and understand stuff. We've got a full scholarship list. We've got a bunch of stuff that you can download for free. Our whole deal is we're really trying to create a community. As I said, we know the journey, and we're trying to support families along the way on that journey, and the website is a key part of that.
It really is, and I love that we're all time starved. That's great. So it is really quick and easy. I thought it was really fun. You're greeted like right away with, why are you here? Are you a parent? Are you a student? Are you a counselor? I'm like, I'm a parent. And then you just go down that rabbit hole of what you need as a parent. And I really found it very useful.
Great.
And I've caught up with you here at a conference, which is obviously a great way to get the word out about College Aid Pro. But what are some of the other things that you guys are doing to share with the community about your mission and how you can help families?
Yeah, one of our biggest focuses is school districts. I mean, all over the country, right? Because we've got all these parents that need to be educated. We want to support the counselors, make their jobs easier. Yeah. And so we partner with different entities that are doing good work in the space. For example, one of them is Peachjar. Peachjar has been vital for us to reach parents at school districts throughout the country, right? It's been great. We do a lot of free educational workshops and webinars, and we just want to get the word out everywhere. We know a lot of school districts, but we don't know all of them yet. Like, that's our goal. And so Peachjar's been great for that, for us to get in front of these parents that need the support and guidance along the way.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. Thank you very much for that. That is Peachjar's mission, is to connect parents, guardians, and schools and the community together with all the resources that are available to everyone, which is fantastic. So that makes me feel really good about what we're all doing together, and really College Aid Pro's mission. It's been very clear, how great you guys are connecting students with the access to higher education and navigating that process in a way that really does provide access for anyone who wants it. I think
I mean, and I think we want all kids to have the opportunity to get a good education. It's not they deserve it. It's just they should have that opportunity. And the finances are just becoming such a hurdle for so many families. And as we discussed, colleges are on sale. So understanding the discounting is key. And it's so counterintuitive. For example, it's counterintuitive to say, hey, an in-state school for a family could be close to the same net price that a much more expensive, potentially double the cost of attending school. And this is not rare. Like, this happens, but it doesn't happen by accident. So parents have to understand, like I said earlier, their family and where they fit. Because I don't know about you, Matthew, but I go shopping on sale.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I go shopping for everything on sale, you know, so why not? You can find great academic institutions just because they're on sale. They're all discounting, so it doesn't mean that they're not good educational institutions, just a matter of how they're discounting.
So, in other words, the financial aspect does not have to be a barrier to that access.
Yeah. And sometimes parents find stuff out about schools that are on their kids' list, and they're like, ooh, that's going to be more expensive than we can handle. Yeah. Well, okay, now let's talk about, maybe you go to your child and say, you know what, if you get in here, you're going to have a little side hustle to find private scholarships. So you, as I said earlier, you're setting that expectation for your kids. And then the child can sit there and say, all right, I'm on board to do that, or no, it doesn't matter that much to me. So it's just, I've seen time after time, end of senior year, and parents are like, what do I do? What do I do? You know, this is not affordable. And then you're backed into a corner at that point.
Yeah.
Because a lot of time has passed, unless you're going to start applying for schools April of senior year.
Oh, boy.
Which you can do, but you don't have the choices that you had at the beginning, basically.
All right, well, that's wonderful. I can't thank you enough for taking the time here with us this morning. It's really great when, you know, Peachjar, we get to go out and actually talk to and meet the people that we're partnering with out there in the community that are doing really great work to lift things up, remove barriers to access to education. That's what we're all here for. That's critical.
We want to reach every family to educate. We
so
really
wonderful.
Do. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for sticking with us through this. Hope you've learned some really great tips here. I know as a parent I have. Peg, I can't thank you enough again for taking the time to hang out with me this morning.
Happy to be here.
Be sure to like and follow us on social media, and stay tuned to our channels if you like this content so that you can be up to date on all of our new releases. We got plenty of stuff coming up for you. It's all great. Stick around.